We got a story time for you guys today.
Big story time.
We previously mentioned this in our 500 sub Q&A video.
Hey, 500 subs. Hey, we got 1K now.
1K now, so thank you guys so much. We've been thinking about it, and Carlo's gonna tell you the story.
Yeah, and let me get this straight. First of all, disclaimer: I'm not gonna name any people specifically. I'm not trying to make anybody look bad. It's something that happened to me, and just so if it happens to somebody else too, that they know it's not just them, because
Not alone.
I know it happens to everybody. Well, I was dating this girl for about 1 year. This whole story takes place over about 8 months, maybe 8 or 9 months. It started with something really little that I found out about, and being with her for an entire year, I said, you know what, I want to be mature about this. Now, trust me, that I was mad. Okay,
He was mad.
I was mad for a while. Okay, you invest a whole year into somebody, and you're like, dang. Plus, you don't want to dump her, and then she starts dating the guy a week later, which is actually
Wait till the end of the video.
Yeah, looking back at it, I shouldn't have given her a second chance.
Because?
Especially when you're in high school, you got
too much other stuff going
on in your life, and you guys know both of our opinions about high school relationships and how we don't think that your whole life should revolve around them.
Alright, so back in January of 2018, this is when the problem first started.
I found out from one of her
Sources
that there were some possibilities of, she FaceTimed him or something, like some second grade stuff.
If you're in a relationship with one guy, why are you talking to this other guy so much? So we're at this basketball game, and she comes to the game late, so us and a bunch of friends are already there. And then instead of texting Carlo, to come get her, she texts this other guy to come get her out of her car, and then she shows up to the game with him, so that was a little odd.
That was very odd. So later that night, I'm like, your best friend, one of them, told me about this and this. All this at the game, you're acting weird and stuff, so what is going on? She told me, man, what her friend said was true. And of course, she's all like, oh, no, I'm sorry, it won't happen again and everything. It wasn't anything super serious that they were doing, but it was that's messed up. You just don't do that crap.
But she ends up but then she stops talking to him, and you guys continue to date and all that, so it gets better for the next couple months.
We'd always kind of fight. We would kind of fight about that stuff sometimes. That's the real reason why I should have just ended it, because constantly being paranoid about stuff, and almost like I'm trying to make sure that she doesn't cheat on me. That is the worst feeling, and I should have just, for my own good, just gotten out of it.
Yeah, definitely.
But I didn't. No, wait a minute. I didn't explain that this guy was in our friend group. He was one of my good friends. We hung out. Even after January and all that crap went down, I was still being mature, and I would, if I was with Nathan or something, and he needed to get picked up, I would go pick him up. I ate lunch with this guy every day.
So fast forward to the summer. I'm at home one night, and I get this text, a couple texts from Carlo, these screenshots of stuff, and he's freaking out. And so I call him up. I'm like, dude, what's going on? And then I learned a little bit of what was happening.
You learned all of it, man.
Yeah, but I went and I drove and I picked him up, and we just sat in the car and we talked. But you tell him what happened.
So I'm with this girl at my house. My mom's there too. We're all watching a movie, and I get a text as I'm sitting literally like this. Here she is, here's me. I get a text on my phone about 2 phone screen lengths of the same dude from back in January that she had told me she'd never talked to. And remember, let me say, like I said, I was paranoid about this, so I was always making sure, you're not talking to him, right? You're not talking to him, all just being really, paranoid about him. And it was always, no, Carlo, I'm not talking to him, no way, he's blocked and stuff.
Oh, no.
This happened countless times. So she was consistent, at least. I'll give her that. So I get this text.
It's still glaring. It keeps doing that.
So I get this text from the guy, 2 phone lengths long. He sends me this text, and it is containing so much stuff. I sat there, and I was just like, there is no way that all this stuff happened. So much stuff. Oh my God. Confession after confession after confession. Stuff that happened over the course of months.
Yeah, it wasn't just like the last couple of days or anything.
It wasn't a one-time thing. It wasn't, I screwed up this one time. No, it was over months of hiding stuff and going behind my back for like months and months.
But the thing is, then you asked her.
She didn't see it was on my phone. I got on my basement. I think we had been fighting we fought about this guy kind of frequently. Even though I didn't know all the stuff that was going on, because I still knew what had happened before.
Gave her one last chance.
Yeah, I was like, you know, I'm really sorry that I'm always so hard on you about this guy. I need to trust you more, and I shouldn't always be so paranoid about him. And I give her a hug and everything. She just gives me a hug.
Wow.
Like nothing. And then she sits down on the couch, and I go sit down, and I'm just like, what's this?
And what'd she say?
She knew immediately what it was. She didn't even try to defend it or anything. She just started apologizing profusely, saying, no, I'm sorry, I'll block him right now. I'll never talk to him ever again. She started freaking out because she knew that was it. She knew that was it. And it was rough. Yeah, I pretty much realized it wasn't going to work. It didn't take that long for me to realize that. I knew we were going to break up, but I was just, let me just say it's a break so it doesn't sound as bad. And then I remember like a week, like maybe 4 days into that, like I saw them like hanging out or something, and I was just like, after that I was just kind of like, all right, she's not gonna try to get back to me, so I'm just gonna end it. I was like, you know what, we're done. She's like, basically says, oh, is somebody getting jealous? Like I mentioned him 0 times in the whole conversation. She was like, oh, looks like somebody's getting jealous. I was like, no.
And Carlo did a good job of moving on. You definitely did, because she tried to get back at you, but
yeah,
put that negativity behind you, and
exactly,
it's good.
But yeah, it teaches you a lot, and just look at it as an experience,
Right.
Because when something like that happens, it feels like if I can get through that,
anything.
Come on, I can get through anything after that. My lesson: don't give her the opportunity to screw it up again. If a girl betrays your trust like that, or a guy, man, get that out of there. Like, it's not even worth it. It's not like they're paying your rent.
Oh, that's true.
You're not obligated to anybody. And I wish somebody would have told me that.
Now all you guys get to learn from it as well.
Yep, learn from my pain.
Learn from my pain.
Again, I'm not trying to make you guys feel bad for me or anything, because clearly I'm not still upset about it. I'm all booed up now, it's...
Know what I'm saying?
You see it. I just want you guys to learn something. Take away what you want from it.
Story time's over. We out. Boom.